Alright, so this is a suggestion via a donation. The name of the video is The Rise of Female Loneliness and How to Fix It. This is coming from the channel Shoe on Head. This will be the second time we're encountering her. Guys, brilliant, absolutely. Let's check it out.
Women. Despite popular belief on Reddit, I love women. And despite popular belief on 4chan, I am a woman. And as I am filming this, it is
That's pretty obvious.
currently International Women's Day. So happy International Women's Day to all 7.3 of you. We've talked quite a bit about male loneliness on this channel, but we haven't really touched on female loneliness, which although technically not as severe yet, is unfortunately a real and rapidly growing trend. The modern world does not seem to have a solution to this. All modern dating advice is just garbage. The future seems bleak, so maybe we have to look in the past. In this video, we're going to talk a bit about modern female loneliness, and then we're going to have some fun looking at some dating advice from the 1950s.
Yeah, that's not gonna work, bro. Alright, we'll see.
To see if we can find a solution there. Because what worked for our grandmothers surely will work for us.
They don't like their grandmothers, generally, based off what I see on TikTok at least. They basically make fun of their grandmothers. They say, you dealt with all of this stuff?
Right? Back in the day when
That's what
people
they
would
say.
still go to malt shops and diners instead of femboy hooters. Women
what
dated men for
happened?
more than just their wallets.
Oh, yeah, different
Which
times.
reminds me, before we get into this video, let's quickly get into today's sponsor, Ridge Wallet. Ridge wallets are high-quality, minimalist wallets that can hold up to 12 cards and all that cash you don't have. They're also made with RFID blocking technology, which can help protect you from digital pickpocketers. Ridge's store features over 30 unique colors and styles, including carbon fiber, matte olive, and burnt titanium. The durable materials mean that each wallet comes with a lifetime warranty. My personal favorites are from their new women's expansion, which features Daisy Dream and Flower Power. They are literally so cute. I am obsessed with them. I love how unique they all are, and I am constantly getting compliments on them. And they're also available in combination with a slim key case that can carry up to 6 keys.
Wait. This can't be right.
I've been using the Daisy Dream wallet for over 3 months now, and I really love the colorful pattern and sleek design. But don't just take my word for it. Ridge has over 80,000 5-star reviews, and they're so confident that you'll love their products that they'll let you test them out for 365 days. And if you don't like them for any reason, you can return them and get a full refund. They're also having their 11-year anniversary sale right now, so head on over to ridge.com/shoe to save up to 30% on your purchase. Big thank you to Ridge for sponsoring this channel, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad. The number of
No problem. We're gonna watch the ad. I mean, but that's I'm gonna react to the ad too. Might as well, right? I mean, listen. Looking at that product just based off of that image here, it looks like a solid product. It does, right? Specifically, if it has the ability to block people from digitally pickpocketing you, that's a great thing. But then I look at the price and I'm just like, I don't know, right? Maybe I'm cheap. I may be. Listen, I'm a lot of things. Never thought I was cheap until I saw that. Then I was just like, I don't know. I don't think I've ever spent that much money on a wallet before, right? Could be wrong. But
of single women in the US is expected to increase 1.2% every year from 2008 to 2030, compared to a 0.8% increase in the overall population. This will result in 45% of women between the ages of 25 and 44 who will be single and childless by 2030. Now, according to some people, this is apparently a good thing. More women being single and childless is a good thing. Society is progressing. Women no longer have to be chained up and turned into breeding cows.
Breeding cows.
1984. Apparently, single women spend more than the average family on travel, shopping, makeup, skincare, etc.
Right. Most of our national debt is from that group.
So of course, some economists will twist this into a positive thing. But I'm not an economist. I'm your average, humble, working-class American YouTuber, slaving over a hot laptop, producing absolutely nothing of value to society.
Right.
And I don't think this is a good thing.
It's
I
not.
think this is proof things are going very wrong. And if you look at the stats about how so many women are on antidepressants and how the female suicide rate has been increasing, there may be a connection here. Friendship, family, and sexual intimacy are a big part of the hierarchy of needs. And I don't think women are happier being alone and single. I just think women might be better at coping with being alone and single. At least for a little while.
I just had like the craziest, saddest thought. I'm in the stage of life where I'm watching all my friends get married and have babies.
When you talk about the subject, a lot of men will point out that these women could easily get any man.
I'm gonna be honest. When I saw that, that's exactly what popped into my mind. I'm confused. I mean, I get it. LA is, I'm sure, extremely rough. A lot of beautiful women out there, right? A lot. It's crazy, actually.
Sleep with.
But listen. You can find someone, I am absolutely sure.
And I'm sure they know that. But sex isn't the only thing people are looking for. As I said in the male loneliness video, it would be relatively easy for a lot of these incels to just get laid, hire a hooker. And it would take the average woman like 5 minutes to find a man to sleep with. Just
5 minutes is too long.
Walk the outside. But casual sex isn't the solution to loneliness. It's a band-aid. It's a way to fill your void.
Literally.
Trying to find someone to love, to marry, to have a family with nowadays, it is incredibly difficult for both genders in this climate today. And it seems like nowadays the only acceptable way to do...
Guys, keep in mind here, she's really only talking about the United States of America, Israel, Australia, the UK, right? That's really all she's talking about. Because you can pretty much go anywhere else and get a partner. Easy. Okay. For men, generally.
So is to swipe right. We live in an increasingly atomized, lonely society thanks to a nasty combination of social media, technology, hookup culture, lack of community, lack of friends, lack of purpose, lack of money, late-stage capitalism, neoliberalism, and so many other things.
Right.
And men are being told to, well, nothing. You're on your own. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. It's your fault. You built the world after all, and are increasingly turning to the few people who at least pretend to give a shit, who just wind up selling them poison that ultimately hurts them in the end. Like
that, the entire RP community, guys, is toxic, guys, right? Just Pearly, whatever, and Fresh and Fit, like that entire, like that ilk. Right, that side of YouTube, guys, right? Yeah, don't follow their lead, guys. Do not pay attention.
Hollow materialism, eternal one-night stands, and vasectomies. Yeah, in case you were wondering, that's what the red pill has been up to. Telling the audience to just forget marriage and neuter
that one right there. Right? That one on the screen right now.
Themselves. While women, in turn, are also being sold very similar poison. About how it's good to be single, it's empowering, you don't need no man, get on the pill, sleep around, climb the corporate ladder, and don't worry, baby, we'll freeze your eggs for you. But is this good advice for women? Or have we girl-bossed a little too close to the sun? A study on date psychology recently revealed that 48% of men 26 to 40 years old have not approached women in the past year, and 60% of men aged 18 to 25 said they haven't. In the entire dataset, 30% of men said they never approached a woman in person before. Ever. This also might be because, like I said, everything that isn't swiping right on a dating app nowadays is considered creepy. Don't approach women at the bar. Don't approach women at the gym.
Well, you can if they're attracted to you, but how do you know if they're attracted to you? See, so I think that's kind of the problem here. It's generally not creepy if they like you, right? If they don't like you, you're an absolute creep.
Approach women at coffee shops. Don't approach women at work. Don't approach women at the mall. Don't approach women. We live in HR world, and it turns out a lot of women don't like HR world. Every time I see videos of women crying about not being approached by men or
but they say they wanted that,
being lonely, the comments and replies are always full of men like, enjoy your cats. This is what you asked for. This is the world you wanted, ladies. But was it? Not every woman
yes, that's what we heard,
is the blue-haired, man-hating feminist stereotype that you have in your mind. A lot of them want the same exact world you do. What you have to understand is society in the media is basically like her fat, ugly, drunk friend at the bar cock-blocking you from talking to her.
Excuse me? She's not interested.
Even though chances are, she might be. According to the same study on date psychology, 77% of women aged 18 to 30 want to be approached more. So if men are lonely and women are lonely, but men are too afraid to approach women nowadays.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I would tell my son, just don't do it. Right? I mean, anything can happen in these times, guys. Under no circumstance you approach a woman in public. Do not do it.
There's only one thing we can do, ladies. We must approach them. So I did a little research and looked up how to approach men as a woman.
Okay.
Number
That'll
one.
work. I think that'll work.
Don't. Almost every single article.
Wait. Hear me out. I think men like when women make the first move, guys. I'm telling you. But I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I'm sure you have the data to back it. I can only tell you that that core memories are made when things like that actually happen. All right. You will remember that for the rest of your life. That's a memorable situation as a man, I am sure, when you were approached by a woman. But all right.
Blog post, tweet thread, giving advice to women on how to get a man said some shit like, don't chase him, let him chase you. Be unavailable and mysterious. Simply pretend he doesn't exist. Great.
Yeah, that won't work.
Awesome. Almost every single bit of dating advice I found amounted to let them come to us. But what if they're not coming to us?
Nope.
What do we do now? Well, according to the great philosophers of our time, Fresh and Fit and Andrew Tate, the problem is the modern woman. Lazy, entitled, mid. These are the ingredients that create the modern woman. So clearly we have to go
She said it's her.
back when a
hilarious.
cheeseburger was 5 cents and women were lobotomized. That's right, we must return to the 1950s.
One of the most common ways to find a partner these days is by using dating apps and websites. But back in the 1950s, you had to get a little bit more creative. Here's an article from 1958 in McCall's magazine listed 129 ways for women to get a husband.
This list has gone viral so many times on the internet, and I have been sitting on this video idea for years. And what better time to talk about this now that all you bitches single as fuck. But don't worry, we are going to see if the red pill and schizophrenic Roman statue trad larper accounts on Twitter are correct. Did women in the 1950s have better dating advice than women today? Because
Probably.
apparently what we're doing today, crying on TikTok, is just not working for us.
No.
Okay, let's
It's
just
not. That's why I'll be happy when TikTok is permanently banned from America, even though it won't happen.
dive into this. Let's go. Number 1, get a dog and walk it. Honestly, this is pretty good advice. This is fine advice. If you
Okay.
have a dog, you'll probably go to a dog park and meet other dog people. I could see
Okay.
this working. Just please, for the love of God, do not become a doggo mom. The amount of times I'm walking through the city and I see a stroller and a fucking dog is in it. Just do not treat your dog like a surrogate child, please. I want
Is she from New York, guys?
to go on vacations and enjoy life. That's why I don't want kids. I have dogs anyway. Won't somebody please watch Mr. Poopsie while I'm gone? He has separation anxiety. Have your car break down at strategic places. Oh no,
Okay.
my brakes suddenly stopped working in front of the Bass Pro Shop. Oh no, not right next to the tall rich man convention. Attend a night school. Take courses men like. If you want to sign up for ancient Roman history class, be my guest. I personally would not go back to school for a man. No man is worth that. I still have nightmares about being in school. Why am I having dreams about math homework at 33 years old? Look in the census reports for places with the most single men. Nevada has 125 females for every 100 females. Ladies, if you want to meet a man, simply hang out in the Shoe on Head fan base. The ratio of men and women here is insane. We got all types of men here. We got the furries, we got the weebs, the libertarians, the conservatives, the liberals.
The Marxists, the anarchists, the agitators, the looters, and people who, in many instances, have absolutely no clue what they are doing.
Read
Okay.
the obituaries to find eligible widowers.
Oh.
What the
Oh,
showing
boy.
up to a funeral like, hey, sorry about your wife. What that dick do, though? So I'm actually getting these from an article written in 2018
Okay.
about the advice from the 1950s. And the journalist, Bella DiPaolo,
Whatever she's about to write is about to be completely bad.
is constantly writing her own commentary after, like, almost every single one of these things. Like, look, ready? This one is like, get a job in a medical, dental, or law school. And she writes, become a doctor, dentist, or lawyer. You are a badass, so you don't need to marry one.
I knew it. See, how did I know? How did I know every single thing that she was about to say was going to be terrible?
And the next advice from the 50s is become a nurse or airline stewardess. They have very high marriage rates. And she's like,
Oh,
no,
God.
become a person who thinks for herself. They have very high rates of living the life that works for them. So
Okay.
become a doctor,
Right. The person writing is single.
dentist, or lawyer is good advice because strong, independent woman jobs or something. But become a nurse or airline stewardess is bad advice because why exactly? Like, I'm sorry, is that not a little sexist? Why is she looking down on being a nurse or an airline worker? The advice some women give to other women is like
Yep.
incredible. It's
And mainly older women. Like the advice that older women give to younger women, and specifically older single women, giving advice to how to get or keep a relationship, or if even a relationship is even worth it. An older single woman's advice is literally worthless to a younger woman that is looking to start her life. It's basically worthless because they're coming jaded and all types of craziness into the situation. You're not giving the young girl a chance to decide on her own. You're deciding for her.
It's always just like constant affirmation, constant coddling, constant like, you're doing nothing wrong, sweetie. And then male advice is like, your whole family's gonna die if you don't go to the gym right now. Be
That's basically what they tell us, right? Absolutely.
nice to everybody. They may have an eligible brother or son. You shouldn't only be being nice to people in order to possibly get laid. Just be nice to everyone in general. Being nice is like
That'll
the bare minimum. And what's sad is some people can't even do that. The bar is in hell. And yet, get a government job overseas. Okay, I'm sorry. No man is worth becoming a Fed. Do not become a federal agent for some dick. Be friendly to ugly men.
I'll tell you right now. That's crazy. But the last one, though, American women versus American men. When it comes to finding a partner overseas, because how things are in this nation, an American woman is going to have a really hard time finding a foreign man. Like specifically, if that foreign man is from like somewhere outside of the West, not happening, guys. But an American man can very easily get a woman from outside the West. Go ahead and point that out.
Again, just be nice to
Easily.
everyone in general. Lowering your standards if they're very high or unrealistic is a good thing, but don't lower them too much. If
Right,
you're not
right,
attracted to someone,
absolutely.
you should not be dating them. And don't get with the first person who's nice to you or shows you attention just because you're lonely. The amount of men and women who like jump into relationships just because they're sad and lonely is
Disturbing.
way too high. It's
Disturbing.
almost always a recipe for disaster. Don't
not
date
gonna
someone
work.
who you think is ugly, but like, if he's not over 6 feet or doesn't have the perfect body, like, yeah, give him a chance. You're not perfect either, girl. But if you think he's straight up ugly,
What do you mean, bro? She a 10. She's all, bro. She is absolutely an LA 10. What you mean? What do you mean? Right?
different story. So yes, be nice.
She's a New York 10. Right? She's a 10 in Miami. Right?
To everyone, including ugly people, but don't date someone you think is ugly.
Tell your friends that you are interested in getting married. Don't keep it a secret.
Oh, we have another author's note. Tell your friends you have no interest whatsoever in getting married. Don't keep it a secret. Tell your mother. Tell all your other relatives. Tell all the random people you meet on the street. Declare it on social media. Bro, this is why we are here now, by the way.
Yup,
People
exactly.
like this
Yup.
in 2018 telling young women to not even try and just be a strong, independent girl boss.
It's the Gen Xers, guys. Trust me. It is, in fact, the Gen Xers that did this to these young women. 100%. 1,100%.
These are the fat, ugly, drunk friend at the bar cock blocking you.
I wouldn't
Get
put it
lost
that
at
way,
football
but-
games. All right, if I'm at a football game, I'm already lost. Don't
Right.
take a job in a company run largely by women. You would never hear this in modern dating advice. This is like blasphemous. I like the author's note to run a company. Get a job demonstrating fishing tackle in a sporting goods store. See? Bass Pro Shops. I'm telling you. The last respectable institution in America. On a plane, train, or bus, don't sit next to a woman. Sit next to a man. Author's note, spread out all your stuff on the seat next to you and maybe you will get to have the whole row to yourself. The
Oh my God.
contrast between the like wholesome goofy shit from the 1950s and this like bitter modern asocial shit is so funny. Go to all reunions of
I
your
would
high
call it
school or
funny.
college class. There may be widowers there. What is
Oh,
up with this like predatory ass advice? Why widowers? Be a rebound for a man whose wife fucking died. Also, I just realized I missed my 10-year high school reunion. Oh well. I don't think anyone would recognize me anyway. I'd have to like wear an Invader Zim shirt and like trip pants. Don't be afraid to associate with more attractive girls. They may have some leftovers.
Yeah, don't do that. Like specifically, don't be the ugly one in the friend group. If that makes any sense, not trying to say you are this way, right? Just don't be that. Like, don't do that. You'll never get attention. If that's what you're trying to do, right? You want to be the hot one in the friend group, not the worst one in the entire friend group going out. That's crazy. You will get zero attention.
What are you doing here? What do you mean? I'm here for the scraps.
Don't room with a girl who is a sad sack and let her pull you down to her level. I mean, this is pretty good, like, standard advice. Don't surround yourself with negative, miserable people. Like this journalist who will just try to drag you down to her level and attempt to sabotage your dating aspirations. Learn to paint. Set up easel outside engineering school. The author's note, if you like to paint, set up your easel where nobody will bother you. Spread your stuff out so nobody will sit next to you. Set your easel up where nobody will bother you. They want you to die alone. Stumble when you walk into a room that he's in. Carry a hat box. What?
hat box?
Do we put a hat in the box? What do we put in the box? What's in the box?
What's in the fucking box?
Wear a band.
Okay, there should be a couple of things in the boxes, right? A hat should not be one of them. I don't know, like something extremely interesting to men that we can have like a random conversation about, right? Something extremely unique. I don't know, like like Nintendo Switch or something like that. Take that out, and then you'll attract the guy who likes Nintendo Switch. He'll walk up to you and be like, "Is that the OLED Nintendo Switch?" I'm telling you, randomness.
Band-Aid. People always ask what happened.
I would
No, they
never
won't.
ask.
This was absolutely written
I would never ask.
in the 1950s, where people used to talk to each other. Make a lot of money. Damn. Why didn't I think of that? What great advice. Don't be poor. Dropping the handkerchief still works. God, everything seems so wholesome and simple back then. Drop a
Right.
handkerchief. That's all it took. Hell, like even my mom, what she did to get my dad's attention, she just like rode her bike back and forth in front of his house. Like, that's so adorable and wholesome. Want to know how me and my husband met? He trolled me on Twitter. He was a hater on twitter.com. How do I explain that to my future children?
Okay, how did I meet my wife? Singing. I met my wife singing karaoke. All right. That's it. She may have trapped me, bro. I think so, potentially. But
Stand in a corner and cry softly. Chances are good that he'll come over to find out what's wrong. No, chances are people will whip out their cell phone and start filming you, and then you go
Now,
viral.
yeah.
Crazy Karen cries in corner. Buy a convertible. Men like to ride in them. Learn how to bake tasty apple pies. Bring one into the office and let the eligible bachelors taste it. Honestly, this is pretty cute advice. I could see this maybe working. But like, people are so weird about people like dating at work nowadays. That
Yeah,
used to
can't
be
happen.
like the number one place people would meet their spouse. And now it's like saying Susan looks nice today is sexual
Fired.
harassment.
Absolutely.
I like the author's note here. Learn how to bake tasty apple pies. Eat them.
Yeah, that in fact that will lower every single one of your chances.
Here. Learn how to bake tasty apple pies. Eat them. Don't do anything for a man ever. Do everything for yourself. Wow, thanks, Journo. You helped so much. Female loneliness cured.
Laugh at his jokes.
Laugh at his jokes if they are funny. Attractive
Right.
people make the terrible mistake of
Talking about.
assuming that they are funny because simps and simpettes will laugh at any joke they say, no matter if it's funny or not. You are
Right.
not funny. People just want to f you. Know the difference.
Accidentally have your purse fly open, scattering its contents all over the street.
Oh no, I dropped my monster tampon that I use for my magnum pussy.
Wear high heels most of the time.
They're sexier. Journo note. This has become my favorite thing.
What?
Wear shoes with no heels.
What?
They are way more comfortable. Or don't wear shoes at all. Okay, terrible advice. Wear shoes. You don't want to attract the foot guys. Trust me. I know some of them are in this comment section
Ew. Are they?
right now as we speak. Horrifying. But yes,
Right.
heels are attractive. Heels are pretty. They make your ass look good. They make your legs look good. I don't see how this is bad advice. Unless he happens to be shorter than you are. Oof. The manlet's catching strays even back in 1958.
Tell him he's handsome.
Journo note, let's go! Talk to someone who is less needy and insecure. This bitch doesn't even want you complimenting men that you are interested in. Also, ladies, pro tip, if you want him to just melt in your hands, don't say he's handsome. You can do that, but next time you're like walking with him
let's
or
see.
something, just be like, I feel very protected when I'm with you.
Oh my God, she's getting married. Okay, that the person who said that is in fact getting married.
He will be locked the fuck in. I don't see the fault in
that's it. It's over. You got it. Right? It's the simple things. It's not the nonsense. It's like, okay, you make me feel more of a man today. I like that.
like complimenting a man or a woman that you are attracted to, that you are trying to date. Why does that make them insecure or needy?
Take good care of your health. Men don't like girls who are ill. Get a sunburn. Go on a diet if you need to.
You would never, ever see
now.
this advice today.
Nope.
What's crazy is like
Nope.
in the early 2000s, very, very skinny was the look. Like I remember being a kid and seeing things about how like fat Britney Spears is when she looked like this. And now we've gone completely 180 where it's like health and fitness be damned, Lizzo was a queen. Like can we just be normal about this? Why is there no middle ground between like having an eating disorder and having an eating disorder?
When you are with him, order your steak rare.
Absolutely not. I eat my steaks well done. Not even
Ew. What? Don't even eat that then. Okay, listen, if you're eating your steak well done, don't order steak anymore, all right? Like, I think personally, if you go to a steakhouse and you say, they say, how do you want your steak? And you say, well done, they should kick you out of this establishment, all right? How long are you chewing that steak for?
well done. I eat that shit. Congratulations.
Don't tell him about your allergies. Don't be too fussy. Don't whine. Girls who whine stay on the vine. Double date with a gay, happily married couple. Let him see what it's like.
This has such
What?
a different meaning today.
What?
Double date with a gay couple. Let him see what it's like.
Be flexible.
That
If he
doesn't
decides
help.
to skip the dance and go rowing on the lake, go. Even if you're wearing your best evening gown.
Journo note. Tell him that's fine, but he has to wear the evening gown and the heels. Hello?
listen,
Force
what?
feminize your date.
Right,
129
mandatory.
ways to get a boy wife.
Turn wolves into husband material by assuming they have honor.
Okay, I'm so fucking brain broken. I'm such a degenerate that like when I read this, I immediately thought of like Legoshi the wolf from Beastars. Like, oh, he'd make a good husband. Oh wait, how old is he? Hold on. Oh god, wait, he's 17. Wait.
Resist the urge to make him over. Before marriage, that is.
So basically trap him
my.
and then mold him into your perfect mate.
Yeah, that's a divorce.
Okay? I swear this advice is getting more insane.
Right, it's
The
getting a little
further
wild.
we go. The
It's getting a little
lobotomy
wild.
is kicking in.
Remain
Absolutely.
innocent, but not ignorant. If he's rich, tell him you like his money. The honesty will intrigue him.
Will it? Honestly,
Yeah, don't do
maybe.
that.
If he doesn't mind marrying a gold digger, I guess.
Right.
But if it's just like a dude looking for love, and you're just like, I like your money, it's over. You fucked it up.
Yeah.
Never let
Now, Nah, no way.
Let him believe your career is more important to you than marriage. Clip and mail him a funny cartoon that means something to the both of you.
Literally the 1950s version of sending a meme.
Stop being a mama's girl. Don't let him think he'll have in-law trouble, even if you know he will.
Journo note. Guess who never has in-law trouble? People who stay single. What other articles has this woman written? Let's look this up.
Oh,
The real
my.
sex lives of middle-aged single women. A world without marriage. The unsung joy of living alone. The thrill of going to holiday parties alone. Why being in a long-term relationship may make women more depressed. There are more single people than ever. That's not a bad thing. The profound rewards of staying single.
Right.
I'm done. This is just sad. This
Right,
is
it's
sadder
bad.
than Anita
It's bad.
Sarkeesian having a wedding-themed birthday party and marrying herself. You're gonna look at this and tell me there's no female loneliness epidemic? Really?
Point out to him that the death rate of single men is twice that of married men.
Marry me or you'll die an early death.
If your mother is fat, tell him you take after your father. If he's fat too, tell him you're adopted.
It was a different time.
Stow away on a battleship. Rent a billboard and post your picture and telephone number on it.
Oh my god. Do not do this. Sink at a fashionable beach at high noon.
Make and sell toupees.
Bald men are easy catches.
Don't marry him if he has too many loose buttons.
The
buttons.
end. So ladies, what have we learned? Follow around your hot friends for scraps, get a sunburn, and carry around a hat box. Wow, this will surely solve female loneliness.
It
No, but for
won't.
real, some of this advice was
Some of
actually
them-
much better
yeah,
than like
yeah.
any modern dating advice I've seen.
Right.
Like at least some of this advice was go the outside and talk
Not the secondary advice. The secondary advice is absolutely abysmal. Don't do that.
to men, as opposed to don't talk to him, like let him chase you, don't even look him in the eyes. Also, men, I'm curious, which one of these would actually work on you? Would you go over to a woman that was crying and ask what's wrong? Does the
No.
hat box do it for you?
No.
I'm curious. By the way,
Okay, I'll tell you right now. It's the one where you say how safe you feel in the presence. All right, that one right there is the one that listen. That's instant marriage right there. I can't help it. It's gonna happen. All right. Don't worry about nothing going forward. Right. My duty now going forward is to keep you safe. You're giving me a task. Right.
the link to the whole list will be in the description. I would love to see your own takes on this list, like your reactions, your own video responses to this list. I've been seeing a lot of VTubers responding to my videos lately. So if one of you anime freaks are reacting to this right now, I see you. So that was that video. I hope you enjoyed it. If not, I've stolen 20 something minutes from your life that you will never get back. But if you did like it, please consider donating to my Patreon, link down below. We're gonna start doing movie nights together, and I would love to see you there. And I will see you next time with a new video.
All right, guys, this is a good one here, right? Yeah, I think this. No, this was not the last one we've seen. The rise of AI girlfriends. Please don't tell me none of you guys are doing this, guys. Please don't. Please, I beg of you. You guys are doing this, aren't you? It's all right. It's all right. It'll get better, bros. It'll get better. Right? You'll have someone one day say, you know what? You make me feel safe. I'm telling you. But all right, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day. Yeah, that relate. Guys, before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.